everyone, I am back with another Mickey and Minnie card today. This is the Thanksgiving version of the Mickey and Minnie Matchbook card series. So let's just go ahead and get started. Your cardstock is going to be 4 1/4 by 11, and on the 11-inch side you are going to score at 1, then 6 3/8, and 6 1/2. So that's it for the scoring. So we're just going to fold these. Hopefully it'll be easy to fold. There we go. Okay, then we're going to fold up our bottom flap here. And now we have the basic shape of the matchbook, just like that. So with your flap on top of this piece here, the front piece, going to staple, and you can use whatever stapler you have. I'm just using my Stampin' Up one. And you're going to go about 2/3 of the way up and just put a couple of staples. So that'll just create your little matchbook there. So now we're going to do our layering. And I am using some Old Olive cardstock from Stampin' Up. And I'm also using papers from this paper pad, which is actually, I think I show this in every single one of the videos, and it's also in the supply list videos. So it's called 4 Seasons and Everything in Between. It's by the Paper Studio, and you can find this at Hobby Lobby. And this is a year-round paper pad that they carry all the time. So it's been in there for quite a few years already. So these are just some of the prints that you can get. Flip through really quick. So that's that. And this piece of cardstock, this is Old Olive, and this measures 4 1/8 by 7/8. And then my little striped piece is 4 by 3/4. So we'll just layer these and get this part put together. Then we'll just go ahead and attach this to this little bottom panel here. And it will cover up the staples. Okay, just like that. So we have our bottom panel. Now we'll go ahead and do the top. And the top, Old Olive, measures 4 1/8 by 4 3/8. And then my patterned piece is 4 by 4 1/4. So we'll just layer these. Then we'll get this on the top. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and attach this right to the front. Just like so. There we have that. We tuck this in here. It's going to look like this. So there we have that. Now we are going to go ahead and we'll open this back up. And I probably should have cut a piece of the like a very vanilla or something to go on the inside, but I can always do that again on a different card. But the inside sentiment piece or message piece or whatever you want to use it for, I guess it would be for your message, is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I just usually center this on the inside. Like I said, with this paper, I probably should have done like a very vanilla or something, but that's okay, because I can do it on the next one. So there we have that. Now we can go ahead and start stamping. So for my sentiment on this one, I'm using Old Olive ink, and I'm using my And Many More stamp set, which is a retired set, unfortunately. So if you do already have it, fantastic. If not, you just use whatever kind of sentiment that you want to use for Thanksgiving card, I guess. So the reason I chose this one is because I've been using the Teeny Tiny Wishes for the last 2 years, and so I decided, instead of just putting Happy Thanksgiving, that I was just going to use the Give Thanks this time. So just to kind of change it up a little bit. So it's right here. So I'm just going to stamp this, and then I'm going to punch it out with my word window punch. So it doesn't have to be perfect as far as straight, just need to get even ink. There we go. So I'll just close this up. I'm going to take my word window punch. We're going to go ahead and punch this out. There's that. And then I'm going to take my modern label punch, which is another retired punch, so if you already have it, that's great. If not, you can use anything that you have to create these. So I'm going to take some black cardstock, and I'm just going to punch out the modern label. Then we're going to get some little rhinestones. These are just basic rhinestones from Stampin' Up. I'm just going to use the small ones over here. So there we have that. And we'll take our sentiment and we'll just line this up. Right here. So there we have that, and we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this, and then we'll get this on the card, and then we can work on our Mickey and Minnie. I can peel the backing off, there we go. So we're just going to slide that in there. Go ahead and center this on the front. So there we have that. Now we're going to take 2 Mickey heads, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Then we can go back and stamp on the inside. Super quick cards. And we are almost nearing the end of this series. Just so crazy. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry for a second. And I'm going to use the Itty Bitties stamp set from Stampin' Up. This is an old retired set. It's just these little tiny ones. And I did not pick my stamp that I was going to use, so I don't know which one to use, because the pumpkin in here is actually a jack-o'-lantern, so that's not going to work. I think I'm going to use the acorn, though. Maybe. Where's it at? I think there's an acorn. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to use the acorn for Thanksgiving. And I can't put those all back in there, so I'll figure it out. Where'd it go? Okay. So here's the little tiny acorn. We're going to use that on the inside, and then I'll do Minnie's bow in a second. These things keep sticking to me. Okay, so we're going to use the old olive again. And tap this on here. Okay, so there's our little acorns. You could do these all the way around. You could do both corners in the bottom, on the top, whatever you want to do. So that's the inside part. Just give something cute on the inside. Okay, so now we're going to take this kind of olive green ribbon. This is from Michaels. It's the eyelet ribbon that they sell. So we'll just take this bow and we'll put it on here, and that's it. That is our Thanksgiving card. So there you have a Mickey and Minnie Give Thanks for Thanksgiving 2016 matchbook card. So I hope you guys enjoyed and are still following along with the series. I think I have finally figured out which one I'm going to make for the 2017 series. So that video will be up in December, where I will just film a video with all the details for the 2017 series. So watch out for that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!